My child, stop for a moment and hear me now, for I am speaking to you not from a distant throne, but from the very heavens that stretch above your home, with a voice woven from love and urgency. Yes, you, my faithful one who whispers my name in the stillness of dawn, who lifts your eyes to me when the world grows heavy, do not turn away, for this is no fleeting thought or idle sound. These are my words, shaped in the fire of eternity, crafted for your heart alone, delivered to you in this very hour. Lift your heart to me, my child, for I see you, every part of you. I see the tremble in your hands as you face the years, the quiet ache when you sit alone at a table once filled with voices, the questions that linger when the night grows long. I see the tears you shed for the ones you've lost, the fears that whisper in your soul about what tomorrow may bring, sickness, frailty, or the fading of strength. I see the moments you wonder if I've forgotten you, if your prayers drift unheard into the wind. But I tell you this, I am here, closer than your breath, more constant than the rising sun. This is not a mere whisper in the wind, nor a story for someone else. It is my call to you, the one who has walked with me through seasons of joy and sorrow. I am the one who calls you by name, and I say to you now, the waters of trouble will not overwhelm you, nor the fires of trial consume you. I have watched you kneel in prayer beside your bed, your voice trembling yet trusting, and I have not turned my face away. I have seen you light a candle in the dark, hoping for a sign, and now I am that sign, speaking to you, reaching for you, ready to lift you higher than you've ever dreamed. My child, you stand at a threshold today. The world may tell you your time is fading, that your strength is spent, but I say your story is not over. It is unfolding in my hands. Do not let this moment pass, for what I speak next will touch the deepest places of your life, your family, your fears, your hope. I am here to heal what has been broken, to light what has grown dim, to carry you when you cannot walk alone. So listen, my beloved, with all that you are, for I am about to show you my heart, and when you hear it, you will never be the same. My child, I know the burdens you carry, for nothing in your life escapes my sight. I see the ache in your body, the stiffness in your joints when you rise each morning, the weariness that settles in your bones after a day too long, the shadow of illness that lingers like an uninvited guest. I know the weight of years pressing upon you, the lines etched upon your face, each one a story of laughter and loss, the slowing of your steps as time moves faster than you'd wish. I hear the silence where loved ones once stood, the empty chair at your table, the voice you long to hear calling your name, the memories that flood your heart when you pass by their room or hold a keepsake in your trembling hand. You have felt alone, my child, as if the world has moved on without you, as if I turned my face away when you needed me most. Perhaps you've sat in the quiet of your home, staring out the window at a sunset you once shared, wondering if I still see you, if I still care. Maybe you've lain awake at night, your prayers feeling like echoes in an empty room, your heart heavy with questions. Where are you, Lord? Have you forgotten me in my weakness? But hear me now, my beloved, and let this truth sink deep into your soul. I have never left your side, not for a moment, not in your darkest hour. When you wept in the night, I was there, gathering every tear in my hands, holding them as precious as the stars I set in the sky. When you stumbled, whether under the weight of grief, the sting of a doctor's words, or the fear of what lies ahead, I was the one who held you steady, my arms beneath you when your strength gave out. I was with you when you clutched that old photograph, whispering their names through your sorrow, and I whispered back, though you may not have heard. I stood beside you when you lit that candle on their birthday, your faith flickering but unbroken, and I fan that flame to keep it alive. My child, I know the loneliness that creeps in, the moments when the phone doesn't ring, when the church pew feels too wide, when you wonder if anyone still remembers your name. I see the fear that grips you when the doctor calls, when the mirror shows a stranger, when the future feels like a fog you cannot pierce. But I tell you this, I am your shield and your strength in every storm. I will never leave you nor forsake you, for you are mine, etched into my heart, carried in my hands, known by me before the world began. I was there when you sang hymns in your youth, when you knelt at the altar with trembling faith, and I am here now, as close as the breath you draw, as steady as the ground beneath your feet. Look back, my child, and see my footprints beside yours, through the hospital halls, through the sleepless nights, through the seasons of loss when you thought you'd break. I carried you when you could not walk. I sang over you when you could not speak. I held your hand when no one else could, and I am not finished with you yet. Your struggles are not a sign of my absence, but a canvas for my presence, a place where I am working, even now, to bring you peace, to lift your head, to show you that you are never alone. So rest in this truth today. I see you, I know you, and I am with you, always. My child, I turn your eyes now to your mother, the one who carried you beneath her heart, who shaped you with her hands and her love, whose voice still echoes in your soul, whether she walks this earth beside you or rests with me in eternity. She is not just a memory or a presence in your life. She is a part of my story for you, woven into the fabric of who you are. I know her as I know you, every step she took, every tear she shed, every prayer she whispered in the quiet of her days. I have seen her struggles, my child, the burdens she bore in silence, the battles she fought that you may not fully know. Perhaps she carried the weight of a choice she never spoke of, a sacrifice made to shield you, a sorrow buried deep to keep your world steady. Maybe she wrestled with fears of her own, nights when she wondered if she'd done enough, days when her strength faltered as she cared for you or others. I saw her when she stood at the kitchen sink, her hands trembling as she prayed for your future, or when she sat alone, gazing at the stars, longing for peace she couldn't find. If she has left this world, I saw her final breath, her heart's cry as she entrusted you to me, and I answered her then, as I answer you now. Do not fear, my beloved, for I am lifting those weights from her now. If she still walks with you, I am easing the load she carries, the aches of her body, the worries of her mind, the shadows that time has cast upon her spirit. If she rests with me, I have taken her burdens away forever, and she stands in my light, whole and free, watching over you with a joy you cannot yet imagine. I am the one who heals, and I tell you this, what was broken in her past, I am mending. Whether it was a wound from years long gone, a regret she held too tightly, or a pain she hid behind her smile. What was heavy, I am making light, for her and for you, my child, because your hearts are bound together in my love. Think of her, perhaps, as she once was, kneeling in prayer beside your bed when you were small, her voice soft with a lullaby, her hands strong as she held you close. Or picture her in her later years, her steps slower but her faith unshaken, her eyes still bright with hope for you. I was with her in those moments, just as I am with you now, and I am working to restore what time and trial have worn away. I will make her like a tree planted by streams of water, her leaves never withering, even in the heat of trial, whether she blooms in your home today or flourishes in my eternal garden. Her story is not one of judgment or shame, but of my grace, poured out like rain upon dry ground, bringing life where there was weariness. My child, You may wonder why I speak of her now. It is because I see the threads of her life woven into yours, the love she gave you, the lessons she taught, the silent strength she passed down. You carry her in your laughter, in the way you fold your hands in prayer, in the courage you find when all seems lost. And I am healing her not just for her sake, but for yours, to lighten your heart, to ease your memories, to show you that nothing is beyond my reach. If she is with you still, I am renewing her strength so she may stand beside you yet a while. If she is with me, I am preparing a reunion where no goodbye will ever part you again. So let your heart rest in this, my child. When you think of her, whether with a smile for the past or a longing for her voice, know that I am at work. I am smoothing the rough places of her journey, lifting the shadows that once dimmed her days, and making her a vessel of my peace. You do not need to carry guilt or fear for her, for I have taken her burdens into my hands. Instead, honor her by trusting me, by seeing her through my eyes as one I love, one I redeem, one I hold forever. This is my promise to you both. I am mending what was torn, and my healing flows from her to you, a river of grace that will never run dry. My child, I am bringing peace to your heart, peace that flows like a river through the dry places of your soul, washing away your worries, smoothing the jagged edges of your fears. I see the storms that rage within you, the sleepless nights when you wonder if tomorrow will bring more pain, the quiet hours when you fear the loneliness will never lift, the moments when you question if your life still holds purpose. But hear me now, my beloved. I am the one who calms the waves, and I say to your heart, be still. I am pouring out my peace upon you, not a fleeting calm, but a deep, steady stream that carries you through every trial, a peace that no sickness can steal, no sorrow can drown. The ones you have lost, they are with me now, safe in my arms, watching over you with eyes that see what you cannot yet behold. Your mother, your spouse, your friend, those whose voices once filled your days, whose laughter once warmed your home, they are not gone from you forever. They stand in my presence, their spirits joined with mine in love, their prayers rising like incense before my throne on your behalf. When you whisper their names in the stillness, I hear you, and they do too. When you light a candle in their memory or trace their face in an old photograph, I weave that love into a bond that death cannot break. I tell you this, they are nearer than you know, and I am keeping them for you until the day I bring you together again, where no shadow of goodbye will ever fall. Your body may weaken, my child. The knees that once ran now falter. The hands that once built now tremble. The eyes that once saw clearly now strain in the dim light. You may feel the years like a weight, the mirror showing a face you hardly recognize, the doctor's words echoing in your mind. But I am greater than the frailty of flesh, and I will renew your spirit. I am breathing life into the hidden places of your soul, strengthening you where the world sees only decline. Each morning you rise. I give you a new song to sing, a new strength to stand. Your days may grow short in the eyes of man, but my promises stand forever, unshaken by time, unbroken by age, eternal as the heavens I have made. I am building a home for you, my child, a place where no sickness dwells, no sorrow lingers, and every tear is wiped away by my own hand. Picture it now, a table set with those you love, their faces bright with joy, their voices calling your name as they once did. See the garden where no pain can grow, the light that never fades, the walls that echo with laughter instead of silence. This is not a distant dream, but my sure promise to you, the reward of your faith, the answer to your prayers, the end of every struggle you have known. I will lead you beside still waters and restore your soul, for my goodness follows you all your days, chasing you with mercy, surrounding you with grace. My child, this peace is yours today, not just a hope for tomorrow, but a gift I place in your hands now. When the doctor calls with heavy news, I am there, whispering calm into your fear. When the night feels too long, I am the light that breaks the dawn. When you feel the sting of an empty house, I fill it with my presence, more real than the walls around you. I am restoring what has been taken, the joy dimmed by years, the strength sapped by trials, the connections strained by time. I am making all things new, not just in the life to come, but in the moments you live today. So lift your eyes, my beloved, for I am your peace, your renewal, your everlasting home, and I am working wonders in you even now. Now, my child, stand firm in me, for I am calling you to rise, not with the strength of youth, but with the power of my Spirit that dwells within you. Lift your voice in prayer, for your words are not lost in the air. They reach my throne. They stir my heart. They move my hand to act. You, who have knelt before me in the quiet of your room, who have whispered my name through tears and triumphs, you hold a strength the world cannot see, a power the years cannot diminish. I have heard you before, when you prayed for healing in the shadow of sickness, when you sought comfort in the silence of loss, and I hear you now. Call on me, and I will answer you, showing you great and mighty things you have not seen. Pray over your home, my beloved, over the walls that hold your memories, the rooms where you've laughed and wept, the spaces that feel empty or full. Speak my name over your kitchen table, where you break bread alone or with those you love, and I will fill it with my presence. Pray over your family, your children who may be far, your grandchildren who carry your hopes, your friends who walk this road with you, and pray for your mother. Whether she sits beside you or rests in my care, cover her with my name, and I will shield her. If she is weary, I will lift her. If she is with me, I will honor your prayers with her peace. Your voice is a shield I place around them, a light I shine through you, a force that pushes back the darkness. Trust me, my child, for I am working even now, right where you sit, right where you stand. The enemy has sought to steal from you your joy in the morning, your rest at night, your hope for tomorrow, but I am taking it back for you. When you feel the weight of a doctor's report, I am turning it for good. When you hear the silence where voices once rang, I am filling it with my song. When you fear your strength is gone, I am giving you mine. I am the one who fights for you, and no scheme of darkness can stand against my will. You are not a bystander in this life, not a shadow fading with time. You are my warrior, my chosen one, and I am with you in every battle. You are not powerless, my child, for I have chosen you to stand in this moment, to shine my light where shadows fall. Think of the times you've prayed, when you asked for rain and saw the clouds gather, when you sought peace and felt my calm, when you cried out for your loved ones and saw my hand move. That was not chance. That was you partnering with me. Now I call you again, to stand firm when your knees tremble, to speak my name when your voice shakes, to trust me when the way is unclear. You may feel small, but in my eyes, you are mighty. You may feel old, but in my plan, you are timeless. You may feel alone, but in my strength, you are enough. So take this step today, my beloved. When you wake, lift your hands, even if they shake, and say, Lord, I trust you. When you sit in silence, pray for your home, your family, your mother, and watch me work. When you face the hard moments, the call you dread, the pain that lingers, the memory that stings. Call on me, and I will show you wonders. Your prayers are not weak. They are a force that shifts the heavens. Your faith is not frail. It is a fire that burns through doubt. You are my voice in this world, my hands reaching out, my light breaking through, and I need you now, as I have always needed you. Stand with me, my child, for together we will reclaim what was lost, restore what was broken, and shine where the night once ruled. My child, the battle is mine, and the victory is yours. Hear this now, and let it resound in your soul. I have seen the wars you faced, the sickness that sought to break your body, the losses that pierced your heart, the loneliness that tried to dim your spirit, the fears that whispered defeat in the night. But I am the Lord of all, the King who reigns over every storm, and I tell you this, no darkness can stand before my light. I have crushed the shadows that loomed over you, the doubts that questioned your worth, the sorrows that weighed your steps, the trials that tested your faith, and I have turned them to dust beneath my feet. You stand not as a victim but as a victor, for I have fought for you, and I have won. I am with you always, my beloved, through every trial, every night, every moment, when the world feels too heavy to bear. When the doctor's voice trembles with hard news, I am there, steadying your heart. When the clock ticks slow in the silence of an empty room, I am there, filling it with my presence. When your body aches and your strength fades, I am there, carrying you as I have from the beginning. I will walk with you through the days ahead, through the mornings when you rise with hope, through the evenings when you rest in peace, until I bring you home to me. That day is coming, my child, when you will step from this earth into my arms, when the struggles of this life will fade like a dream, and you will see my face with eyes unclouded by tears. Hold fast to me, for I am your rock, your refuge, and your everlasting hope. When the winds of age or illness howl around you, I am the unshaken stone you stand upon, the shelter where you find rest. When the waves of doubt or fear rise high, I am the fortress that keeps you safe, the anchor that holds you firm. You may feel the years pressing in, the world shifting beneath your feet, but I am unchanging. Yesterday, today, and forever. I am the hope that lights your path when the way grows dim, the promise that lifts your head when all seems lost. Cling to me, my child, as you have clung to me in prayer, in song, in the quiet trust of your heart, and I will never let you fall. This is my word to you today. You are mine, and nothing will take you from my hand. Not sickness, not sorrow, not the passing of time, not the schemes of the enemy. Nothing in all creation can tear you from my grasp. I have carved you on the palms of my hands, your name written in the scars of my love, your life held in the strength of my will. Your walls, the home you've built, the family you've loved, the faith you've carried, are ever before me, guarded by my power, cherished by my heart. You will dwell in my house forever, my child, not as a stranger, but as my own, welcomed with a song, crowned with a joy that never ends. So lift your eyes now, my beloved, and see the triumph I have won for you. When you look at the cross on your wall, remember the price I paid to call you mine. When you hear the wind outside your window, know it carries my voice, singing over you with delight. When you feel the weight of years, trust that they are but a moment before the eternity I have prepared. You have walked with me through valleys, and now I lead you to the mountaintop, where the air is clear, the light is bright, and the victory is yours to claim. Rejoice, my child, for I have overcome all that stood against you, and I hold you close, today, tomorrow, and forever. You are safe in me, you are loved by me, and you are home with me, now and always.